All right, what's up, guys? I just saw Fantastic Four yesterday, and holy crap, it was absolutely amazing. I gotta talk about spoilers on here. I have to. It's like mandatory for me to talk about spoilers because this movie has so much stuff that they don't show you in the trailers, and it really blew me away. So I'm gonna talk about it. This is your official spoiler warning from this point on. All right, first off, they mention Latveria twice. So Sue is like the head of the Future Foundation thing, right? Where like they have like that big meeting in the Baxter building with all the nations and stuff. They show Latveria and the flag two times. There's a meeting with all like the members of each country, goes past Latveria, right? Nobody in the seat. So that confirms that there is most likely a Victor Von Doom in their universe. Whether that's Robert Downey Jr. or not, don't know. We're gonna have to find out. But that does confirm there's a Latveria in their universe. It feels like there has to be, right? And that Doom is he's never present at those meetings, so you kind of get that vibe already. It was like a little setup. It was a little setup, but yeah, they showed it twice. It just like panned past like the Latveria like label. It got me hyped so much. They did it like 10 minutes into the movie the first time. So cool. The next things I want to talk about, freaking Galactus. He is mind blowing in IMAX. His voice is insane. Like when you hear it for the first time, it is booming. It is booming. Both him and the Silver Surfer, honestly. So amazing. So amazing. And the part where they go to meet him is unbelievable. When they're pulling up to where they last had like the Silver Surfer's like energy signal, right? It's a planet. They're like, okay, so Silver Surfer is on that planet, but the energy signal is getting bigger. It's coming from the inside of the planet. And then you see Tatu, Galactus' ship, chewing through the planet. Goes right past to the Fantastic Four ship, right? And they realize there's no planet left. So and then there's this really cool moment where Silver Surfer goes into their ship, right? She just phases through it, and she says, "You shouldn't have come, but Galactus will see you now." And it's like all red in the ship and stuff because the Tatsu is like beaming them up. It's so sick. They go to meet Galactus, and he's talking about how he wants Franklin and everything for exchange, right? He literally like zeroes in on Sue's belly, and you can see his actual eyes, and he literally like forces her to give birth right there. Like she starts having Franklin right then and there after he does that. So he like is basically trying to like pry the baby out of her. It's crazy. And then that ensues the whole chase scene, which is insane. They're going through a wormhole. Silver Surfer is surfing it. She's dodging the shots that Johnny's shooting at her. It's insane. They eventually get to like a black hole, where like they slingshot around it. It's like Interstellar, and she gets trapped in it. It's crazy. It's crazy. There's like literally a part where her hand is in Sue's belly, trying to grab Franklin, and then they zoom away. It's peak. It's my favorite scene in the movie by far. And then honestly, the only other spoiler stuff there is to talk about is the ending. And I guess the Mole Man, he does play a role in the third act. That's where all the people go. They go to Subterranea to stay safe from Fantastic Four's plan, right? Their initial plan is to move the Earth. So they have the giant teleporters across all the countries on the planet, right? The big ones. They're going to try to move the Earth so that when Galactus gets to Earth, it's moved. It's not there. It's somewhere else. Reed said somewhere safe. So who knows where that would have been. That plan doesn't work because the Silver Surfer starts destroying all the portals, all the teleporters. So they get screwed. She destroys them. And at that point, I'm like, okay, their plan is going to get destroyed. 100%. So then they do like a little plan B, which doesn't go so well with the group. They decide to use Franklin as bait. They're going to try to lure Galactus in to the last teleporter that they have with Franklin and try and teleport him away. Sue's angry about it, but she knows it's like the only thing that they have to do, the only thing that's left to do. Ben and Johnny don't like the plan, but they go through with it because it's the only way. So the time comes. Galactus, oh my god, it's so crazy. Galactus comes down in his throne. Like throughout the third act, it shows his ship passing Jupiter, passing Mars. Everyone's getting ready, like they're conserving power and everything so these teleporters can work. And he's like passing the planets. It's crazy. When he finally touches down, he touches down in his throne, leaps down into the water. He rises up over the Statue of Liberty, like studies it for a little bit, and then he starts going to the city. He scans the city with his eyes, sees that Franklin is in the middle in Times Square, right? So he starts walking through the city. It's effortless. Like he's just kicking shit without even realizing it. His shoulders are like destroying buildings. He's like knocking over buildings with his hands. It's so small to him, but he is unbelievable. He's unbelievable when he finally touches down. I love it. He's my second favorite part of the movie, I think. And by the way, I think Silver Surfer is the best Silver Surfer that we've gotten by far. Oh, and I forgot to mention, we do get a Silver Surfer backstory, Shia LaBeouf. We do get a little bit of a backstory of her. Johnny actually is the reason we got that because he's been like translating her language like almost the whole movie. And towards the end, he almost kind of like reasons with her, like sympathizes with her. And that actually, honestly, that honestly causes the Silver Surfer to kind of step away from the fight for a minute. So it's only Galactus that ends up coming after them. So Johnny was actually really important with what he was doing in the movie. But yeah, you do get a little bit of a Silver Surfer backstory. All right, so in the final fight's about to begin. Galactus is going towards Franklin. They swap out Franklin for a fake, right? Galactus, he's too smart. He's about to step into the range of the teleporter. He hesitates. He says, "Clever little bugs," because he sees that Franklin was taken to the Baxter building. He's not that stupid. He's not stupid. So he starts going towards the Baxter building. Their plan's not working. At that point, again, I'm like, okay, surely now their plan is getting destroyed. So it's that whole thing where Galactus is going towards Franklin. They're going to try and stop it. Eventually, he does reach he does reach Franklin. He kind of just like brushed aside the rest of the four. Like they tried. They had Johnny like shooting oil on Galactus and then shooting it to try and make him engulf him in flames. Didn't do anything. Ben tried to throw stuff at Galactus. He like caught it and like flung Ben into the air. Reed gets onto Galactus at one point, and he like opens up one of his back circles and like dumps a bunch of like magma out. I'm guessing that's like his energy. Galactus grabs Reed off his back, and freaking stretches him nearly thin. He almost literally snaps Reed. That scene was kind of scary, bro. Like I was watching Reed about to snap. It was insane. And then, Ben's flung up in space. Johnny catches him, and they do the whole "it's clobbering time" thing. Hits Galactus in the face. Galactus drops Reed. And I thought that was crazy, man. That was definitely a scene. So yeah, Galactus gets Franklin, and then Sue, with her mother's rage, she sees that he's got Franklin. She basically does defeat Galactus on her own. She just unleashes like literally all of her power at once, completely drains herself. She pushes him back towards the portal. She literally on her own. She pushes him back towards the portal. She's like screaming. She's like literally dying on the spot. But she's doing it because it's her freaking kid. And it's amazing, right? She's pushing him into the portal. And they eventually do get him in. Eventually. But boom, his hand comes back out. And at that point, I'm like, okay, now surely he's going to destroy the planet. Galactus's hand's coming back out. He's not in the portal yet, right? Because it hasn't closed yet because it has like a 30-second timer. He's coming out. Sue faints because of all the power that she used. Like, she's unconscious now. Johnny is in the air and he says, "Tell Franklin Uncle Johnny loves him." Johnny's about to make the sacrifice play. Goes towards Galactus. Silver Surfer hits him out of the way, like Rose and Finn style from The Last Jedi. Except it actually means something this time. And the Silver Surfer pushes Galactus into the portal, and he's gone, along with herself. That's it. So, yeah, Galactus, I feel like he could have done more, but I think the way that they beat him was logical. I did kind of want to see him grow in size, though. I feel like if he did that, he wouldn't have been defeated. But I don't know. And also, Reed, when he was being stretched, he wasn't being stretched that far. So, like, how far can he stretch before he reaches his limit? Because, that's not much. I don't know. But yeah, they defeated Galactus, but Sue dies. Sue dies. She uses so much power that she legit dies. Literally. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, Sue does die. But then Franklin comes in, right? When they're all having their moment around her. Franklin comes in, and he literally brings her back from the dead. Franklin resurrects her. She wakes up, like her hand twitches. She wakes up. She got like cosmic, like a stuff in her eyes. Yeah, Franklin legit resurrected her. He's got that power. Like it's crazy. So we have a resurrecting being now in the MCU, which is absolutely insane. And then the ending is like they're back on the show from the beginning. But then they get an alert on their phone or on their watch, so they're running out. And then there's just like this funny moment when they're in the car, but they're trying to put the baby seat in, and like Johnny, Ben, and Reed are trying to do it, and it's like hilarious. It honestly was funny. And then they eventually get it in. They fly off. End of the movie. Yeah, very good. Very good. And then the credit scene is something else, man. The credit scene is absolutely crazy. Sue's reading a book to Franklin 4 years later. So he's like 5 years old now or something like that. 4.5. He's grown. He can speak, right? She's reading him a book. She goes to get him another book because they finished with that one. You hear like this teleporting noise. Sue, she's cautiously walking back into the room. And you see Dr. Doom sitting there with his back turned, so you can't see his face, of course. He's sitting there with Franklin, who's like curiously touching his face. And he's got his mask in his left hand for all of us to see. Absolute freaking peak cinema, bro. Doom is sitting there with Franklin, bro. And yeah, Fantastic Four will return in Avengers Doomsday. That's it. Second credit scene is like the cartoon. It's like a little joke one. It's like Herbie's watching it. But yeah, it doesn't really explain why the Fantastic Four went to the main universe. There was no explanation for that. Their planet didn't get destroyed. Didn't show it in the credit scene. So maybe I saw a theory online. Maybe Doom takes Franklin, and maybe they go to the our Marvel universe in search for him. Maybe that's what happens. I don't know. But yeah, that's basically all the huge spoilers that went down in the movie. There's crazy dialogue between Reed and Sue at one point. I loved Johnny and the Surfer. I loved how they kind of connected a little bit. I loved Reed, how it was shown so many times how he is figuring everything out. Like he's like always trying to find a way to fix things. Always. Like he has guilt in the movie about what happened when they got their powers. He's always trying to fix things. I love that. Literally throughout the whole movie, he's doing that. And that's Reed Richards. It's like perfect. I loved it. Herbie's funny. Yeah, let me know what you guys thought of Fantastic Four. I give it a 9 out of 10. That's my official rating now. I give it a 9 out of 10. Very, very good.